Hey guys, let's talk tech. Today I got another video for you guys. So remember the travel mate application that we were designing back in the previous video. So this video is continuing that video. So let me show you. Let me do a little recap on what we had previously. So we're just gonna go to the user flow wireframe, a user flow and wireframe with the same application that we were talking about last time. So in this application, remember we had a welcome screen where we're going to explain to the users what to expect in this application, right? So we have three screens. These are just user flow and wireframe. So in this other tab, we're just explaining what's going to happen in each and every screen when we design those particular screens, right? So these are welcome screens. So we're gonna have something like explaining to the user that you can travel with mates, you can travel alone, you can travel with different people around the world, as well as you can travel with family and loved ones, right? So you can go to the account. The account screen is simple. You just in order for you to register, we just need your username. We just need for you to choose if you're gonna be a helper or if you're just gonna be a user. Then we're gonna ask for your email, then we're gonna ask for your mobile number for contacting you and creating groups. Then with your mates, then we're gonna need your password, as well as you can log in with Google or Facebook, as well as that maybe with Apple for those who have Apple. And in this other page we're explaining what to expect as a user when we design. Then here, that's where this is the home screen. This is a home page where you get to search your destination, you get to view other destination, and this is the user flow. If you click on the search bar right here, so if you click on the search bar, you can see that you can see that you're gonna have to put your automatically. When you click here, it's gonna redirect you to this page. This page automatically is going to take your current location where you are at, then it puts it here. Then you if you feel like no, you're not coming from you don't want the user to pick you from that current location, you can change the location on a later stage. Then here you're just going to put your destination. You can add multiple destination, and you can take your travel information. Then you're gonna see available drivers. Then you can choose the driver that you want according to their reviews and numbers of rides that they've done in the previous tasks. Then here you can see the payment options. You can see then in the payment option, then in this pickup screen, you're gonna see a little map where the user is and where you are currently at and how much time is it going to take for the driver to pick you up. Then you can see information about the mates that you are going with here on this section. Then on this confirm pickup, then you're gonna confirm if the number plates matches your plate number in your mobile application. Then you're gonna get a verification code for more security purposes. And then in this other screen, you can see, if here you go to this screen, if you go to the user's profile, then you can see this other page. So here's an explanation. Then let's say in messaging, this feature was made for you to communicate with other mates, in order for us to create group for you, so that you can communicate with other mates, as well as you can communicate with the driver, right? The driver is going to communicate with the person who created the group, but not with everyone. The person who created the group, the person who created the ride, right? So that's this messaging feature. For then you can go to the profile and you can check out other people's posts, other people's destinations and everything, and you can book your ride based on that, on other people's posts. So you can check everything there. Then here's an explanation. Then this on the post here, you're gonna see other people's posts. You can post a real post or an image. The difference is, in the image post, you can book, you can make it your favorite, you can edit on your favorite list, or you can edit on your next destination and everything only in the image post, right? You can do that. That's gonna be the feature that's gonna be added there. And on profile here, it's simple. You're just gonna have a page where you can configure your profile and everything. So this is a recap on what we had, right? So if we go to the mobile app, let me show you something. Then on this mobile app, we already have I already have, if you remember, those three screens that I was talking about for the welcome. But here I added another screen where you see right here we have I've already picked the color palette, which is green. Yeah, which is green. Then we had a welcome page where here we explain that TravelMate provides more than just a destination. Then you can see here we are explaining to the user that you can have a solo ride, you can have with loved ones or family, you can have with other people, right? So this is just the welcome screen explaining. Then the user is going to have another functionality as well. If the user doesn't want to read everything that the application provides, then the user can just click on skip, and then automatically the program, the mobile application will take the user from that first screen to the sign up screen. Then in this sign up screen, if the user already has, let me zoom in, if the user already has an account, then you can see here you can sign in, then you can continue with Google, Facebook, or Apple. Then these are the information. You're just gonna take your names, you're gonna take your email, just gonna pick up your category if you're gonna be a helper, same as that one. Then you're gonna have a password, then here you're gonna have confirm password and everything. Then from that you can see that this is a sign up screen, then this is your home screen. So you can see that if we go back to the user flow, we can see that if we go back to this home screen right here, you can see that we're still missing some features here, which is these tabs right the bottom here. We're still missing these cards right here. So if we go back to that mobile, then you can see that there's still more to add. You can see that I've added this 3, which is going to be the navigate. If let's say for the map is shifted, then you can just use this button to drag it and put it to the default size, and then here it's gonna be the button where you're gonna zoom in at the map and zoom out at the map. So we're gonna have those cards right here. Then after having those cards, we're gonna have another cards right here where let's say for example we're gonna have restaurants, we're gonna have resorts and everything right here. Maybe the tabs, or maybe that we can say for better user experience, we can say that can be changed on the profile page. You can change that. Maybe you want to see most in demand tabs right here, or you just want it to be blank as it is right now. That could be one of the user preferences. Then in messages, you can see that in messages I already created this one. Then here we're gonna have something similar to this user flow. Here it's gonna be similar as well. Then if we come back here to post, you can see here the screens are similar. Then here we're just gonna add a button where the user clicks when the user wants to post. Then here it's gonna be tabs, not in this screen, in this screen. Then here we're gonna have these tabs. You can see these tabs right here where the user can just here you're just gonna add a post. Here you can click if you want to add an image, or if you want to add your final the previous destination and everything. Those buttons are gonna be there. Then we're just gonna go to this again. Then on wallet, I'm just gonna edit this one. Then and see on wallet, we're just gonna remove the search, because on wallet we're not gonna need anything. Here is where your banking and everything take place. Then the profile, on the profile here you can see that on the profile you're just gonna have a search bar where you're gonna search your settings, filter them by name. Then that's what I already have. So let's continue designing this, but I feel like here I need a logo. I feel like it's a little bit empty, but we'll see when time goes on, when we're trying to design this one. So let's go back here and try to add our card. We can just click on frame, then click on frame here. Then on this frame we can just K for resizing. it. So we say the width and the height, we want them to be the same. We press K, then we can press V to go back to this mouse right here that you have. Then on this card, when we can say Shift G for the grids, then for that grids, I'm just gonna take this frame here and put it here so that I could see how many. So we can see, I can say 3 by 3, I can say 3 by 3, but just gonna do it like so. Then we're gonna take it 3 by 3 as it is, like so. Then we're just going to see what we're gonna pinch here on this one. So here we're just gonna go back to this and go to plugins. Then we check Unsplash. So Unsplash here is just gonna give us images. So you can see that I'm still clicking on the frame. When Unsplash loads, then I want to put an image on this frame, So let's see if Unsplash loads. Here it is. And so here we need destinations. We need destinations like let's see if we can find a beautiful destination where users can visit. Destination as some beautiful places. I can see beautiful places here, beautiful places. Then let's say, for example, but I think we should just take the ones that we see here. Let's say, for example, we take this place. I think this place, this is C. Then let's just check this out. To then places like this one is we're just gonna look something quickly that we can see of here. We just want to design a card where you can see this one. I can just take this one and pinch it there, so it's still loading. You can see now we have a picture. So when we have a picture right now, we can see now we can add another frame. Just pinch another frame here. There's another frame. We're just going to put it inside this frame, and when we put it inside this frame, we're just gonna say do like this, and we're just gonna resize that one. When we resize, we're just gonna hold it so that it be at center. Then for this outer frame, let's say we need a border of like 10 maybe. If that's 10, then this one could be something like 15, right? Or let's say 10 and see if it's gonna align. Yeah, 15, it's better. Then for that, we're just gonna make it a little bit see-through, 16. So it's like so. Then for the color, we're just gonna say for the color, we're just gonna come to the effects here and make this background blur, layer blur. For colors, just want to pick a color. So you're gonna take a color picker, then come here to this color. Then for that color, we're just gonna hide this one, and then from this color, we're just gonna take color picker and we pick this one. So now you can see we have something which is more to this. But the other thing is, if we just try to match the colors of the image, we are doing it wrong. Because imagine if we're gonna have if we're gonna have different images with different colors, which means each and every image is going to have its own color. It's better if we say we want this element right here to have the color similar to this one, our color that the color that resembles our application. So if we come and just take this color picker and check, we can see that it's not that pleasing. It's not that pleasing, but if we just right, so we can see, let's just make it more border so that it becomes so, then as well as this one, so that it becomes so. So we can see here that a user is gonna have information. So if we take this out of here, take this out of here, then here we're gonna have information, right? We're gonna have information. If we do a text here, we're gonna have information about the place. We can say the desert, right? We can say the desert. So this is a desert, right? If this is a desert, then we could just do something like see the colors. So let's just do something like pastoral of 100, right? It's gonna be 100. Then for this one, we're just gonna do this color fill, right? So we're just gonna do it up top. We're just gonna rotate. No, we're just gonna rotate this thing. Then this color comes down like so. Then let me just move this thing up the side. Then we can just do a little precise color. Then we can just do like color so, color so. Then from this color we can just do something like now we can just do full color. We can just do like no, let's just do a default color. Then for that default color, we're gonna make it pass like 50 here, so that the user can it could be like a glossy effect on this one. So we're just gonna have a desert. This desert is gonna be bold, right? We're gonna have a desert right here. So in this desert, we're just gonna alt and then click on enter. Then we're gonna say medium, and then we're gonna take color back to font size back to 5. We're gonna take it down to 5. Then we're just gonna align it to the center like so. Here we're gonna explain that is the desert as one of the amazing, is one of the amazing desert in the world. So in this one, we can see that we can just do it like so. Then for that, you can just take this one and this one, try to put it at center, so that we can just copy this and just do, like we can say 12 km, 12 kilometers, and we can just do it like so, and we can just make it bold as well. Then this one is 8, and we can just make this one 8 as well. Right. Then for that, we can just borrow this one and take out everything. Then in this one, we just want to make it a perfect square, which is going to be, before that, 44 by 44, 44 by 44. Then if we do like so, border 100, so that it becomes a perfect circle. Then okay, so that we can just put this here, so that the user can just add can just click on here. So when we click on here, this one is the user's just gonna view this one, or we can just make it a heart where the users can just like this one to put it as favorite for future references. Let's say, for example, like so. Let's just say love. No, not love, but heart. So if we check here, By default, we're gonna have this color 14. So we're just gonna remove that one and we're just gonna put it in the center of this one as it is. Then we can just do like color, we can just use our defined color, but I think it's not appropriate, it won't be visible. Then let's just detach and attach a white color. So if we zoom out and see, you can see that we have our simple card. But just to say this out loud, this card may not be our final design. It may be just it can be just a startup design where you can see where the application is heading. Then when you see where the application is heading, then in future references you can just make you can just make you can just ask for feedback to users. If you ask for feedback to users, then you can see you can ask for feedback on users, so that we understand, because in all the application is meant for users, not for developers. So as a designer and as a developer, I pretty much understand that this application still needs so much feedback in order for it to be, it may not be perfect, but it may not be. I think this one for now, let's just put it out there. I think for now we can just do something like but I think we can just put it like on our left hand side, like here. I feel like this application still needs too much reviewing and stuff, but or else we can just think like it's still inappropriate. Let's just put it down here before the cards, because the user's gonna have spacing there and everything. So here we're gonna have most let's just change this image on Unsplash. I was still running. No. I wasn't saying to the internet. I was saying let's go back to Unsplash and check that out. Then when we're checking that, it's still loading. My internet is just slow. So here is the image. So we're just gonna change that image and make check another a beautiful destination. So here we're just still using images. Remember that we're just gonna use something like an API here to get wonderful destinations and everything. We're just gonna use some APIs to see nice places so that the users can view real-time data in real time, because it's going to be a real-time application. So I was just looking for another place, but what I'm seeing here are only mountains and everything. But I think we'll just choose that for now, because for now it's for demonstration, only for demonstration, so that when you start developing the application, so we're just going to click this one and check how it is for demonstration. So it's only for demonstration purposes, right? So we can just see let's just say let's just zoom in and just check him. We're just gonna do mountain. So this mountain, we're just gonna change desert here. We can do mountain, right? So you can just we're just gonna see that yeah. So now we just have our little cards. So the structure that we are following is the structure of this user flow. This user flow is not the final design, but it's something that's going to give you a roadmap, something that's going to give you a blueprint on how your application might look like. And as well as this design here, if you can see, this is not a final design, but it's just a startup to get going. So you can see that we can still have time to change everything here. So this is our simple design that we have. So we can just bring this back inside, then just give this a spacing of let's just auto align these things and then put it on the center. So we got to align these two things. Then we can just put this here. Then we can open our grids so that we can see what's happening outside our grids. So we can have spacing here. Then these two are gonna have to be at the center. We can just hold shift, click this one, and then alt H to align them horizontally. All right, so we can just or align these ones, and we can just minimize the spacing that we have. Let's just check these two, how many spacing they have. 11. So as well as if those have 11 spacing in between, so we just want this one to have 11 as well, so that they are precise, so that they make sense in this design process, so that they make sense. All right, so if we put that here, if we minimize our grids, then it's getting there. It's making some assumptions. Mara, let's just check here. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a long series. We can just make a frame, but I think we can just copy these frames here and just copy this one and tweak this one, right? If we come back here and just we're just gonna use the same thing, but we're just gonna minimize the size and minimize the height, like so, where we're gonna tweak this one. Now we're just gonna tweak this one, just gonna let's just ungroup. We're gonna have problems when we ungroup this one. Then let's just undo. Then we're just gonna check it like this. Then if we come here and put it down here, if we can put it something down here and we check, we're gonna just minimize the padding, and we're just gonna minimize the we're just gonna minimize this spacing. So you can see that this one is not appropriate, but for now let's just remove this one for now and just leave it like so for now, right? For now it's just gonna be like so, but for now we have recreated what we have here, just that we've added few things right here, right? But if now, let's say for example, we want to see what's happening, if I come back to this application, then you can see here, you can see this is going to be the preview on how it's going to look for now. But on the map we still have a lot of things to do, like to add let's say for example, places on the map where when the user clicks on a specific element or on a specific icon, then the user is going to see information based on the clicked icon. Let's say for example, you click the icon for restaurants, then when you click the icon for restaurant, then the specific restaurant that is there on the specific location will be visible, right? So we're still going to do a lot of things on this map. So if we click on messages, so you can see that this is going to be the default representation. You can see here on the nav bar down here, when we change the screen, at first is this is the home screen. It's a fill icon. Then this one, it's a regular icon, and this one is a solid icon. So if it's not focused, then the icon is what? It's regular. But if it's focused, then the icon is solid, right? So you can see if you click on message, then the specific icon which is at focus is what? It's solid. Then the other, which was focused previously, it's back to its original state, which is what? Which is regular. Then you can see that then there's something going on in the navigation bar and everything. But on the wallet, we need to remove this thing. Then we'll start creating here on this wallet page. What I'm thinking of is that we're gonna have your cards right here, and we're gonna have a security mechanism where when you want to enter this card section, you will need to unlock it, right? So that we make it more secure. Then on the post here, you can see here we're gonna have a post button if you want to post a simple post, or we can just say when you click on this icon, when you click on this icon, we can just take you from the other screen, then where you can have your message input box. Then you can have other icons to click, like let's say for example an image or a video, short video and everything. So this application will allow you to do that as well. Then we can just go to the message. So the message is where you're gonna have, so in this messages, to be more precise, we can say in 72 hours your message are gonna be removed, or you can just go to the settings and change the preference, right? So that if you don't want the message to disappear, you want the message to always be there, then you can make that preference on the on the profile tab. So this is what we have for now, and this is what we gonna do for now. Then on the next on part 2 of this video, we're just gonna work on when the user clicks on this one, when the user clicks on this tab right here. When the user clicks on this tab, then the user is going to be taken to this screen, if you remember, this second screen. But for now, we can just take this screen right here, right? We can just take this screen and alt, then click to copy that page, that then we can just remove the map. We can just remove the map, right? When we remove the map and everything, to make a little bit of animation, we can just take these two, 1, 2, and auto align them, and just take before we do that, let's just remove this. We can auto align this one, because on smart animation, the element that you want to animate must have the same name, so that it smart animates, it does that for you. So Figma, it's smart. So you can just remove this map, right? Remove the map. Then this tab, we can just flip them to the right, to flip them to the right, so that as Figma as well is going to, so this one can just go down. But before that, we're just gonna have to bring them, send back. You can see send back. So yeah, we can just send them back. Then no, not that one, this one. We need to hide this one. So we're just gonna hide this one, so that when we smart animate, it's going to slide down, right? So when it slides down, we can let me zoom in and show you something. Smart animate, at smart animate. Then on that smart animate, we're just going to resize this element. When we resize this element, which means Figma is going to smart animate from this element to this element. So we can just do we can just go to prototype and click this one and send to this screen, and you can say on click, navigate to this, and before we come to this instant here is where we click on smart animate. So on that smart animate, what animation do we want? We want it to ease in and out, right? Ease in and out, or we just want it to bounce. Then you have every animation. So let's just try this one, and in this one, let's say in 600 millisecond. So on click, we're just gonna say, for that, let me check on website on that frame. Let's just close this one. So we're gonna have some heading here. It's gonna say your routes. Then we're gonna have 3 routes. You're gonna have your pickup point, your destination. Then you're gonna have multiple pickup points that you're gonna add. If you input some destination here, when you click add, it's gonna be automatically added to this, and they're gonna be in a stack here. They're gonna be stacked here, then they're gonna be added here. Then on that, then it's gonna be here we're gonna have travel information, then the pickup information. So if we go to mobile again, then if we go to this one, so if we click on here, you can see that now this is a hotspot. Now you can click on this one. The hotspot is a place where you can click, and then there's a specific action where you can do. If you click on here, so you see now the page is animated. If we click on R to restart, then this is what's going to happen when the user clicks on the application. So if we click here, then this slides down, this slides at the left, then these two cards right here flows down. You see that can see everything. So now that it's gonna be this page. It's gonna be this page. It's gonna be this page. So on the next part, right, on the next part is going to be, we're gonna design everything right here. We're gonna design all this, and the home screen. The next part 2 is gonna be, or we're gonna work only on the home screen. Then on part 3 we're gonna work only on the messaging screen. On part 4 we're gonna work only on post. On part 5, the last part, we're gonna work on profile pages. That's the final stage. Then that final stage, you guys going to review it through the comment section and everything. And then I change a certain element if it's not aligned properly, or the color are not eye-catching and everything, so, or the colors are not accessible, and then you guys are gonna comment down, and then I change everything before I start developing this application. So this was it for today, for part 1, which was just a recap and just making that simple animation, and just creating that simple page. So this is what I was working on previously, but on this application, the technology that I think I'm gonna use on this one, I'm gonna use Flutter data. So I'm gonna use Flutter and Dart. So these are the languages, these are the framework that I'm going to use for this application. So when we finish this series of designing this application, then you guys are gonna give me feedback on the comment section. Then if you guys feel like this could be the first version, then I could start developing the application and everything. Just that it's gonna be a lot. But if you want to collaborate and build this one with me, feel free to comment on the comment section, then we can take it from there and start developing this application, because it's gonna need a lot of APIs. Then it's gonna need the map API, the places API. Then we're gonna have to create an algorithm that's gonna detect based on the user's preference. We're gonna need an algorithm that's going to create groups based on a specific conditions and everything. We're gonna need an API so that users can Google's API, Facebook API, and Apple's API, so that the users can log in with this thing. So those are the basic things that we're gonna need for now, but during the development process, there are still a lot of things that we can do. So yeah, this was